Welcome back. Excited to be with you. This is Niyi Sobo, and I am about to break down another bar. This is an episode of Bars. It's where I break down an excerpt from a song that I've heard or an excerpt from a book that I'm reading. I assume you listen to music, and if you don't read books, then you must read books. And it's okay to listen to books as well, but nothing beats really having a physical copy, reading through it, all right? So this is powerful, man. This is a clip from 11 Rings by Phil Jackson. And if you don't know who Phil Jackson is, I'm pretty sure he's the most winningest coach in NBA history. 11 titles. I think it was 5 with LA, 6 with the Chicago Bulls. He's known for both of those runs, like I said, with the Bulls as well as the Lakers. Really just a GOAT. If there's a Mount Rushmore of basketball coaches, he is absolutely on that, if not, the top. So here's the thing, man. I know in this day and age, we've got a ton of tools and resources, a lot of meditation apps, and all these cute little tricks that we can use in order to calm our minds and to, quote unquote, get rid of anxiety. And I'm not going to act like these things don't work. I'm a huge fan of Headspace. I use Headspace. When I was a firefighter, actually, after I got out of the NFL, I became a firefighter. And in the first year, I was really struggling a lot with anxiety and just not really knowing my way around in terms of not just the job of being a firefighter, but also the impact of being away from my family, as well as the pressure culturally in the fire department. It was really tough, and my blood pressure was going up. And I remember with the implementation of daily meditation with Headspace, my blood pressure started to lower. So there's a lot of positive effects of meditation. So please don't, interpret this as me talking bad about it. But at the end of the day, there's really only one cure for anxiety. All right. So let's not listen to me tell it. Let's listen to Phil Jackson, the GOAT. So Phil Jackson says this: getting ready for the NBA playoffs is like preparing to go to the dentist. You know the visit is not going to be as bad as you think it is, but you can't stop yourself from obsessing about it. Your whole being is pointed towards that event. The anxiety often creeps up on me in the middle of the night, and I lie in bed thinking and rethinking our strategy for the next game. Sometimes in those wee hours, I'll turn to meditation to unlock my mind and give me some relief from the barrage of second guessing. But the most effective way to deal with anxiety, I've discovered, is to make sure that you're as prepared as possible for whatever is coming your way. He said, Tex Winter called me the luckiest coach in the world, but I don't think luck has a lot to do with it. Sure, someone might get injured or some other calamity might befall the team. But I believe that if you've taken care of all the details, the law of cause and effect, not luck, will usually determine the result. Of course, there are plenty of things you can't control in a basketball game. That's why we focus most of our time on what we could control: the right footwork, the right floor spacing, the right way to handle the ball. When you play the game the right way, it makes sense to the players, and winning is the likely outcome. All right. So listen, I want you to be honest about the levels and the consistency of your anxiety. How often are you thinking anxiously about what's to come? Whether it's your games or practices, or whether it's school, whether it's work, whether it's your business, what are you constantly thinking about? What are you anxious about? And instead of turning to vices, of course, or these quote unquote positive vices, meditation, etc., and I'm not telling you to not do those things, why don't you start planning better? Why don't you actually start identifying what your goals are, what are all the challenges, problems, and obstacles, and identifying how well prepared you are for those things, and developing strategies around how to deal with the inevitable obstacles that will come. Because we feel this anxiety because we see that an obstacle is going to come, and we're worried about how we're going to manage it or approach it. So my challenge to you is to start to prepare more. All right. Don't rely so heavily on meditation, books, podcasts, etc. Actually sit down alone with yourself, planning out what it is that you have to do, making sure that you're prepared, and then, of course, practicing on an elite level. So every day reviewing your playbook, every day practicing your moves, every day being in the weight room, doing all the little things that are needed in order to protect and take care of your body, making sure that you're prepared. That's how you're going to sleep like a baby at night. All right. So listen, stay at it. I'll see you in the next episode.